Alright, we've come to one of my favorite sections, which is cheesy dance moves. Clubs are venues for having fun. So if you're going to a club, holding your drink, and acting all serious and tough, then maybe you're in the wrong venue. Now, I know I teach good style of dancing. Sometimes you gotta not take yourself so seriously, just cut loose and have fun with some of these cheesy dance moves. So these cheesy dance moves I teach are particularly good for old school 90s rap. However, some of the moves I teach, such as like the twist or like some disco moves, they're also good for different styles of music. So some things you can do with these cheesy dance moves in a club is you can just bust them out, just straight out and start doing them. Or if you're dancing with some people, you might want to teach some girls how to do these moves. Or one thing I like doing is having a dance competition, because for whatever reason, it seems like a lot of girls have an arsenal of cheesy dance moves already. So getting started. First move, butter churn. Looks like this. So to do a butter churn, just pretend you're churning butter. If you want, you can rock your head, or you can swing your hips. So as you're swinging right hip comes out. Swinging left hip comes out. Just churning the butter. As you get more comfortable with it, you might want to do it with some friction. Next move, doing a snake, looks like this. So, doing a snake's a little tougher for guys because it involves a bit of a body waving motion, but to do it, start off by stepping left head tilts, you tilt your head to the left, then followed by shoulders, and then hips last. So this creates the wave motion. As your hips come in, feet come together. Other side, you step right head tilts, your head tilts to the right, and then shoulders, hit, and then finally hips, feet come together as the hips come out. So like this, slowly. It's not so important that you get it right, because with cheesy dance moves, rhythm is not so important and style is definitely not important. Now, the snake is not to mix up with the worm, which is you going on the ground and doing this. It's over the top. However, you can do arm waves, which is simply like this, and you just gotta practice pulling one hand up and just transferring it to the other hand. Or you can link arms with other people and pass them the wave and have them pass you back the wave. Next, shopping cart. So pretend you're in a grocery store, holding a shopping cart, rocking your head if you want, grabbing groceries from the shelves, putting it into your cart. Don't forget to look up at your groceries, because you want to select the right ones. Next one, sprinkler. Looks like this. Same thing, just pretend you're a lawn sprinkler, one hand behind your head, kicking back and forth like this, pointing at the same time. Try to point at real people. Resetting and doing it again. So with the music, next move, lawnmower. I particularly like this one, but it's really, really cheesy looking. So this is how you do a lawnmower. First you pretend you're revving it up, and then you go. Again, from a different angle. So spend a few times revving it up, make sure you open up big, and then go. Just shuffling your feet forward and maybe rumbling a little. One more time. So shuffling your feet, doing little baby steps to do the lawnmower. Next one is doing bus driver. So pretend you're driving a bus, big steering wheel, Shake your hips if you want. Honk the horn if you want. And if you want to really step it up, you can even back that bus up. That's the bus driver. Next one, these ones aren't as useful for 90s hip hop, but they're still quite fun. So there's the nose dive, grabbing your nose, twisting down, coming up, and doing it with the switching hands, do the same thing. Then there's the cat's eyes, made famous, Pulp Fiction. Then there's doing arm rolls. I actually don't find this really cheesy because I love doing the arm rolls, especially the disco music. But since it's a really fun move, I'm gonna include it in the cheesy dance move section. So just roll your arms like this, and then you can shake your hips. Just shaking them left and right, and come low, and come up. This is really good for like funk and disco. Also, you can do the twist. So this is more for kind of oldies music. And again, another move for disco if you want. You can do like some Saturday Night Fever. Just point big. Or even pointing one foot out, pointing one hand out. And if you really want to show you're into it, don't forget to look where you're pointing, or hold a serious look in your face. These final moves, they're a little bit more out there. I forgot what this first one's called, but it's for 90s hip hop. I guess I'll call it the chicken wing. So you hold one foot up like this, one hand behind your head, and you start cocking. Make sure you roll your body out way wide, make it look really awkward, crunch back in. Finally, the running man, classic, looks like this. So, hands back and forth like that, and you're just running on the spot, shifting a foot. Back, step, shift, step, shift. So those are some of the cheesy dance moves I know off the top of my head, and I hope they make you into a superstar on the dance floor. So just a final note on cheesy dance moves. Just a word of caution, when you're doing them, just want to do it for like 1 or 2 songs, because if you start doing them the entire night, then you're going to look like a clown and you're forgetting all those critical dance moves that I taught you. However, when you are doing them, go nuts, exaggerate them if you want. You're turning the butter, you can really start brewing a cauldron with it. Or you're driving your bus, pick up some passengers, start forming a bit of a train. Or even do a soul train, which is having 2 rows, see if you can get 2 rows of people on each side and just start dancing down the middle. Do your swimming moves or anything else you want.